Hey, what's going on, guys? Battle Nations Emperor here, back today for another video. And today, guys, we have episode 2 of Battle Nations Nuzlocke. So, in the last episode, the first episode, we introduced the series, basically established the rules, all rules in the comments down below. But long story short, basically, if a unit dies in battle, doesn't matter if it's a vehicle, a ship, a unit, a soldier, doesn't matter. It's down, it's gone forever. Basically, think it's Pokemon Nuzlocke, but in Battle Nations. And if you don't know what a Pokemon Nuzlocke is, no problem. Basically, in Pokemon, I imagine everybody's aware of Pokemon, even if you've never played it before. Perfectly fine. But in Pokemon, what you can do is there's a Nuzlocke challenge, a self-imposed player challenge, that makes Pokemon go from a very easy kids game to a very hard strategy game. And the biggest rule in it is if a Pokemon faints, it dies. And, it's pretty self-explanatory in, a kid's game, but it would make sense in Battle Nations of all games. So I'm gonna go ahead and spoil episode 1. Perfectly fine if you weren't able to catch it. If you were, if you do want to check it out, I'll go ahead and of course link it in the description right after the rules if you are interested. But spoiler warning, real quick for it, I will say we did get of course to level 3, complete a good little bit of tutorial, and Morgan just spoiled out for Recoil Ridge, gave away their location. And before we go rescue those guys, let's clear out these raiders for some gold and maybe have our first death. Thankfully, we haven't lost anybody so far. We did lose a mission unit, and when I say mission unit, I mean literally the game gave us a trooper. We put none of our units out, and it died, so we were considering throwing away a unit, but like I would have had to like gone into battle and like let a soldier die. It would have been stupid. So yeah, this though is our first real case where somebody may die. Obviously, I'm not doing this to be suicidal, but we will have to see. And there's no penalty on retreating so far in the series. We may change that. If you gentlemen think there should be a penalty on retreating, let me know. Please don't do that to me, right now though, because I'd say the series is definitely going to get harder. One thing I said in the post credits too of the last episode that I really stand by is, I mean, bro, imagine how hard this series is going to be like when we go to the AC. Dude, imagine the Dreadnought. I don't even want to think of the Ancient Sentinel. As I'm recording this, the Ancient Sentinel was added like a week ago. Like, not even a week ago, like literally a few days ago. Tio and I just streamed it. It was an awesome stream. It went super well. And also, speaking of super well, we got super lucky in this battle, let me tell you. Knock on wood, assuming we're able to kill him and this guy doesn't die. This was perfect. Knock on wood. Yes. Do 23 damage, that's enough. We get 548 gold and 0 casualties. It's always nice to have a no hospital bill, but no deaths. Dude, we were playing with house money there and we still freaking fracking won. Love to see it. And I'm going to go ahead and upgrade this bad boy. Not right now, because we need to do the mission for it. I have made that mistake a few times. It's very embarrassing. You always start shameless self-promotion, which is literally the mission to promote a unit before you promote your trooper. It's just a small mistake, but it can very much happen. So let's go ahead and do these two things. Shameless self-promotion. Great work, everyone. We did it. Did what? One of our units is ready to be promoted. Didn't you notice after our last battle? Promoted? What did we do that? Tap on the army button in the lower right. Then, find the unit ready to promote. Tap it, and you will tap the unit window info. Finally, tap the blue arrow to start the promotion. And we all obviously know this, but also, of course, it says, units that are ready for promotion can always be found in the army view window. I love reading the mission dialogue. If you guys want to pass on that, we can. I know we did in the regular campaign, the Let's Play series, but we don't have to do it here. But if you guys like it, I know some people like it, just let me know. We can figure out for the series, but now we can do it, promote, and that already completes the mission. We don't even need to wait for it to be completed. When you promote a soldier or vehicle, all units of that type get more powerful. Even new ones you build in the future. Shameless self-promotion, mission complete. We get 250 XP. Perkins says soon we'll be invincible. I wish, Perkins, I wish. Where are our newly promoted units? Are they still being trained? We haven't collected them. Once promotion is finished, collect the info window. I think that immediately starts up. Yes, part 2. That's of course just claiming it. We'll do that in 4 hours, but let's go ahead and continue the campaign. Things are getting more dangerous than we expected out here. We're going to need a hospital. We're going to need a stone quartz. No, Floyd. Hospital. It's a big building full of sick people. That's not important right now. If you want to build anything of that scale, we're going to need construction material. And the most basic material out here in the wasteland is stone. Building a stone quartz on the rocks to the west. Yes, sir. I know which one he's talking about. He's talking about the one that you don't even have to expand to. Speaking of expansions, it's only 1,000 gold and it's 1 hour, the best expansion. Let's go ahead and do it, and in my opinion, go for the easy first expansion. The iron, baby, come on. So we'll go ahead and get that iron and slap down a stone quartz as the mission requested us to. 3 seconds. We're not going to rotate. I like it how it looks, especially at least for this one. Booyah, baby. Level 4 power. We get 10 nanopods, 150 gold, and our boy Morgan says, move my cursor, I've never noticed before, but you are a very good looking individual. I give Ramsey a deep voice, Perkins a nerd voice. I read Morgan in my own voice. I think we, no, we don't. I'm going to be honest. I really like Morgan. I think Morgan's so real. So I just read him in my voice. And I appreciate that, Morgan, level 4 POW. And we only unlock the stone quartz, which, you know, for level 4, it's kind of like, eh. But you know what? I appreciate the 10 nanopods, and it's a stepping stone. Heck yeah, baby. And level 4 with no casualties. Let's go in the Nuzlocke. Morgan says, sweet. Can we build the hospital now? Not just yet. We'll need some basic materials, infrastructure before we can begin harvesting and production of the stone. No sense in doing things in half measures. Are all civil engineers like you? Or I'm just being punished? Tutorial ended. There we go. 40 nanopods and 500 gold. And Morgan says, you learned in 5 minutes what took me 5 years, Captain. Hey, 2 episodes, or an episode and like a half, or a quarter. I'm not sure how much of the episode we're in, and you could check right now. But yeah, tutorial ended. 40 nanopods, 5,000 gold. Love to see it. And of course, we're going to say yay. And building team, there we go. 500 gold, 1,050 XP, 50 stone. And Floyd says, if Morgan is being punished, I have no doubt he deserves it. I know you guys hate each other. And I like to give him a more sophisticated. Perkins is the Nord. I try to be more sophisticated with Floyd. So yeah, let's see. Let's go ahead and just do the campaign, baby. I know we got to do medic, and thankfully we don't have to wait for it to be built. We just got to slap it down. So about that hospital. Of course, with the hospital, we can save injured troops. Oh, it just dawned on me, the irony. Yeah, not this time, Floyd. Not this time, Morgan. We're never even gonna upgrade this thing. We're gonna place this thing in the corner. You give them a place to recover. Why did it take me so long to hit? Yeah. As soon as I saw him say, yeah, wow, okay. You can even save. Wow. Ooh. This is positive. This is nice. This is welcoming to new players. In 99.99% of playthroughs, this is a positive and this is a happy thing to hear. This is the 0.01. And right here it's rage bait. You can even save units that require nanopods to train. No, we cannot, Floyd. No, we cannot. Yeah, I know what a hospital is, Floyd. Thank you, Morgan. I don't really need to hear this. Right, sorry. You better be, Floyd. Avoid the fruit cups. The hospital is in the military section. Ugh. That dialogue bites like a bullet in retrospect. That is rough. Oof. Alright. We're gonna go ahead and see where if I can. Yeah, I want to place this bad boy behind the trees. I'll slap it down in front and just so we complete the mission. It's good to see our troops receiving the best care the Empire can afford. Sure, Floyd. I'd have to say is willing to pay for, but yeah, more or less. Morgan, the base Chad, as constant. That's the entire campaign basically. Medic, mission complete. We get 400 XP, 150 stone, 25 wood. And Morgan says, I mean, they've been to med school. Yeah, it's freaking too expensive. I mean, come on, man. So we're going to go ahead and move some of these trees out here up front so they can form a blocking mechanism. And once the blocking mechanism is formed, we are going to go ahead and throw something back here. Who knows? I could be throwing anything back here. Anything. And with all that being said, throw this ugly thing we're never going to use back here, this useless piece of junk. So yeah, glad to have that useless garbage taken care of as much as I could. Yeah, I just freaking hate it. Um, Obviously, Salty Boy is salty for the run, but hey, this is literally the whole freaking point of the run. So at the end of the day, I do kind of appreciate you, Hospital. In the real game, you are the most freaking valuable unit, probably the unsung hero of the freaking game. But in this run, you are just rough. It is hard to hear all of that praise for you. That was embarrassing. So yeah, we've covered you up enough. We'll cover you up a little bit more maybe later. But let's keep going on to the mission. Here we go, baby. To the rescue. Let's go help out the boys at Recoil Ridge. Good news, sir. Our reinforcements just met up in Recoil Ridge. That's a nice change of pace. All right, Floyd. We're off to go rescue Recoil Ridge from the psychopathic marauders. I can't believe you're leaving me here all by myself. Man, you whine a lot. We built a whole pillbox. All I have is a chainsaw. What good is that going to do inside of a pillbox? Well, wait by the door? I hate you so much. Cinema. We can travel to the nearby locations using the maps. And yeah, we could hit go right here and do it instantly. But for this very singular mission, this is the only time I don't think you should, because you can see the beautiful world map. We'll only get more locations from here, but now it's just our outpost and Recoil Ridge. Before this, it was even nothing. So yeah, we'll go to Recoil Ridge, of course. And we got some fights. Looks like our backup has already engaged the raiders. Let's show these primitive screwheads what the Imperial Army is made of. Could have said it better myself, Ramsey. Even in a Nuzlocke, dude, that's a great way to get into it. Dude, please don't let any of these guys die. I could argue the case, because here's the thing. If shock troopers, the 2 shock troopers and grenadiers die in this battle, technically, they don't go to my hospital. I get them still. So I could say they don't apply to the Nuzlocke. We'll see. We might talk to chat. We'll figure it out. But anyway, hopefully we don't even have that, because we can just, yeah, get an instant win here. I don't like that. All right, Warrior gets some good damage. What are you doing? Thank you, dude. Shock Trooper knew what was up, saved his freaking life. And I'm just going to let these boys hear into it, because, I mean, at this stage, they're some of the best units in the freaking game. These are the only premium units I get. Literally, if for anybody who didn't get to see episode 1, it saves from the rules. After this mission, I get no premium units outside of very special events, which are stated in the rules and were in episode 1. So yeah, I'm really going to be leaning on these units hard and grinding gold hard early on in these episodes. So yeah, appreciate that Shock Trooper and Grenader, 760 gold. Phew, nice work. Appreciate you saying that, Perkins. And 4-star Trooper is already promoted. And Raiders attack. Oh, my mortar team, and I'm going to risk my children. If we lose them in Recoil Ridge, bro, if we can't even get through this mission to the rescue, I'm going to be so embarrassed. Okay, good damage, good hits. Ooh, I didn't like that. Alright, take care of that Boom Boom, because I know he wants to do huge damage. Thank you, I do appreciate that. Comes down. Oh, don't you hit my shock, boys. Okay, do it like that. We're still on cooldown, right? Yep. I know you are being promoted, so I really need the SP game there. But Shock Trooper, can you shoot now? Please don't kill. Okay, yeah. Yeah, of course he's not going to hit front line. And Mortar Team can tank a hit. We are chilling. Beautiful. No casualties still. 638 gold. We get a Gunner and a Mortar Team, baby. Love that Mortar Team. Of course, artillery, freaking amazing in this game, that Mortar Team. So good for so long. Thank you, Z2, for giving us. And, of course, just Madrona keeping it in. I feel a lot of game devs would take that out, saying, "Oh, it's too friendly. You know, you need to pay for that. $5.99." It's like, come on, man, just give the free-to-play player something, and that's what they do. No starter pack needed. Anyway, we're gonna go with this formation. I'm a bit scared for my boys, but we got to play it a little bit loose here, a little bit loose. When do you gentlemen think we'll have the first death? Knock on wood, I hope it's a while. If we could skate on ice for a good few episodes, that would be freaking sweet. And, you know, I'm talking all of this. It might be this episode, it might be next episode. I have no clue when it could be. All I know is this makes Battle Nations a lot more fun because at any moment, I need to shut up. And Boom Boom just earned a death wish. Okay. Okay. Why did I misclick? Why do I retreat here? There's no punishment against retreating, at least right now. And I'm going to abuse the heck out of that. I literally told myself, I'm using the mouse, which I know is ineffective. That's why I blame the arson misclick on. I'm using the keyboard now. Boom Boom, you better die to this, please. No, Boom Boom, don't do this, please. I'm begging you. Okay. Boom Boom didn't hit. Shock Trooper, please kill the Boom Boom. Please kill the Boom Boom. Thank you. Dude, if that Boom Boom had hit my gunner, or even worse, the mortar, bro, I would have been cooked. And I could have retreated. There's no rules against retreating right now, and I hope there isn't because I need every advantage I can get it. But I don't know. I just felt like being cool there, that was so stupid. Thank goodness, dude, I didn't lose the mortar right there. I would have felt so dumb. Oh my goodness, and a critical right there. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we get 688 gold. We're gonna get the Arsonist and Imperial Dragoon. Whew. I know we've got to be like at least midway through the episode. I'm gonna go ahead and do a little Easter egg real quick. Either blacken screen for a second, but also then I go ahead and throw up this. Wanted to make sure we were still recording because I was like, man, the only thing that could ruin this is if audio was down or if we weren't recording. But just like in Streamlabs, I can see all of it's good. Appreciate everybody watching. I think this is a fun series. This has a lot of potential. It's already looking pretty fun. And let's keep it going. Jump right back into the game. Of course, we get 688 gold, get the Arsonist, get the Imperial Dragoon. And the Imperial Dragoon is another Nanopod unit, so do appreciate him. We get 12 SP for our mortar team, our gunner, and 12 SP for our shock trooper, which is his first SP of bar. So we are going to try to get him ranked up at least once, because of course we want both those boys surviving as long as possible. Same thing goes for our mortar team. Thanks, kid. A couple more minutes and them raiders would have kicked us in the tooketh. I never give the Minpower much credit, but you folks done right by us. Oh, Sheriff Colton, you don't know how much that means to me. I appreciate you saying that, man. We're just protecting the Empire citizens, Sheriff. If you'd like to thank us, send a note to High Command, or a case of whiskey to my tent. Morgan casually being the most based Imperial. Well, boys, looks like our job here is done. Pack up the gear, batch supplies, we're heading out. Wait, you're leaving? What if the raiders come back? From the looks of things here, looks like they've been here the whole time. Your town survived before here, right? Well, yeah, but once you Imperial showed up, raiders got all ornery. Well, look, it's a good thing we're leaving, isn't it? If you're still worried, try building a pillbox, okay? It doesn't always do wonders for me. Rifles. Move out! Alright, folks. Let's get this circus moving. To the rescue, mission complete. We get 200 XP. And that is the last bit of free good premium units we will get until, I think, like, what is it? I literally think it's just this. I'm going to go ahead and throw it up on screen. And I think it's just this city, and that's it. I can't pronounce it, or at least I want to make sure. Pretty sure I could pronounce it. Anyway, though, besides that, everything else, we're limited on premium units. So everything we just got, very much appreciated. Let's see what Morgan has to say here. Just tap the home button to go back to the home outpost. Will do, Morgan. Okay, that was pretty freaking epic. We will try to do at least one more mission before we wrap up the episode. And I was gonna say, what mission will we do? Kind of have an idea now. Also, my roll of bounty fell off. I had to pick up the bounty roll. So with that being said, this boy, a lot of people think he's the traitor. Of course, I and Tio still believe it's Floyd, But of all the people who could be the, spy on the inside, it very much could be Perseal. Very much could be the double agent. But anyway, our boy comes in and he says, "Did I hear you were heading up north? I'm interested in the ruins up there in the northern western. Have you a spare seat?" So, he's literally asking for a spare seat, asking to go to the northern wilderness, literally looking for some ancient stuff, and he's just asking for a free ride. Let's see how this goes for him. This is a military operation, not Uptown Express. You can't just be giving free rides to every fool who thinks he's going to strike it rich in some ancient ruin. All I got to trade is this bottle of whiskey and... Perkins! Give this man your seat. But where will I sit? Like I care. Welcome aboard, sir. So, tell me about yourself. Me? Well, the past few years I've been traveling abroad, scouring ancient sites for... I was talking to the whiskey. Dude, I want to know so much about his character. Again, I don't think he's the spy, but I will say, I understand why people think that way. And what was he also going to offer to trade? I feel like it was going to be something ancient related, much more valuable than whiskey. And I feel like he was going to let more information there. I feel like Morgan, he is the most based Imperial. It is pretty cool. But he has his moments like where you're like, come on, man. And that was one of them. So do have to give him a little bit of knock against that. Let's go ahead and do one of my favorite, which is the article... I can't freaking not pronounce these things. I'm recording this pretty freaking late into the night. It's a little bit before midnight. Just gotta have all the lights on in my room to try to keep me up. But we're gonna do the agricultural industrial complex. And let's get this bad boy started. And it reads with Floyd comes in and says, "Between the extra troops and workers, we're going to need more food than expected. That means farms. Aside from feeding us, growing crops and farms and earns gold and XP. Oh, and dude, is it the most efficient way until you get fields and raptor ranches and tool shops? Well, you already have tool shops right now, but you can keep those constantly running. Then machine shops, and then it depends if you want to spend nano. Really only do that, for the greenhouse, or no, not even the greenhouse, really just the spices. That's besides the point here. We're going to do this because, as Floyd says, earn enough XP and the outpost will level up. More importantly, you will level up. That's what he's talking about. That unlocks more buildings and better troops. He calls it the outpost. I like to call it the player. I'm throwing this up on screen. Literally, the wiki calls it the player. That's the only reason I'm being that much of a stickler about it. Come on, man. I believe the wiki on this one. Floyd's just being crazy here. Again, who would do that? An Imperial imposter. With that being said, we continue on reading. The Empire classifies farms as shops. Don't ask me why. Just go to the shop section in the build menu. It's because... this boy. Again, that's something, a spy would say. Anyway. Farms grow crops which earn us XP and gold. The XP to level up and unlock better buildings and troops. Floyd couldn't have made a better pitch myself, honestly. And before we finish up here, too, I'm going to go ahead and make the executive decision to throw down at least one Hoovel. Maybe two. Yeah, we can't even actually do two. I will go ahead and make a controversial decision. And let me go ahead and take these guys' taxes in the back. These guys stranded all out by themselves. Hidden away from the rest of the base and delete them. Only because I know they might not have that many friends and my people might not mourn them. Just trying to, keep morale up on the base is all. And we'll place this Hoovel down right bound here, baby. If we can get it. Come on. It's I'm trying to get like right next to it. There we go. Lovely. All right, we'll keep that for now. And yeah, we'll go ahead and literally just slap down some farms. Of course, we do multiple because like I said, this really is kind of the best way. And we need at least one tool shop because we are going to have a mission that asks us to do a tool shop later on. And it's just nice to have it done, not to have to wait the 10 minutes when it comes up. So we don't have to, do a 10-minute skip like we did in episode 1 for the Trooper. This has all been one cut. Episode 1 was 2 cuts. Episode 2 was just this one continuous cut. Even when I showed, the editing process like midway through. So yeah, again, appreciate everybody still here. We're going to throw down these farms. And I think we have made a productive episode. We have leveled up quite a few times. I think we can maybe level up one more time. I don't want to count my chickens though before they hatch. Excellent. I've always had something of a green thumb, you know? The Agricultural Industrial Complex. Mission complete, we get 350 XP. And Floyd says, remember, planting crops is a great way to level up and earn gold. Absolutely right. That's why I planted two. And honestly, I'm going to place the third. And after I place that third, we're going to do something a bit controversial. I'm going to place cabbage, keep this one cut, unless, like, you know, my Wi-Fi goes out. Knock on wood, it doesn't. Or, you know, like my connection goes out. And we are going to not level up, obviously, off the cabbage, but just hopefully have a little bit of extra XP off of that. And we're going to do one more mission. I know that said that last one would be it. This is simply because, I'm not going to lie, I do want to level up to level 5 for the end of this episode. Renewable raiders. I know exactly what that is. Captain, we still got raiders patrolling nearby, but this is harder with the Nuzlocke, of course. If you see any raiders skulling around, probably take them out. It's good practice and it makes a good point. Plus, a lot of these guys carry basic supplies, and frankly, we can lose whatever we can scrounge up. This is the lore explanation for gold, and I personally love it. Only problem is, it takes, you know, a Nuzlocke, and if they kill our boys, they don't go to the hospital, they die. I think he says, plus it's a ton of fun. Keep your eyes out for these raiders are tricky. That is true. He talks about it being fun to kill these guys later on. But let's go ahead and kill some of these renewable raiders. No, I'm thinking of the warlord, not the warlord, the world map mission. This is simply our home base mission. So let's go ahead and kill these with the ones we got from To the Rescue, literally in this exact episode. Not that hard at all, I should say, knock on wood, unless we get really unlucky here. And again, I'm just going to retreat. I'm not going to make a crazy risk like I did last time. If he gets shot, I'm out. Like, straight up, I'm actually out. Okay, thank you. I do appreciate my artillery one-shot tapping him. Okay, and boom boom, please come up. Oh, that dude. 5 HP? Yikes. I did not like that one bit. Boom boom, please don't do this. I don't even trust Gunner with his own fate. Please, Shock Trooper. No. Yeah, Mortar Team, I even trust you the most. Please, Mortar Team, kill him. Thank you. 599 gold for a very close call. No casualties, though. Thankfully, everybody gets 11 SP. Our Gunner, Shock Trooper, and Mortar Team. And I didn't like that. That was a little bit too close for comfort. Heck yeah, baby. We got a Pillbox Heal, 2 Shock Troopers, and a Mortar. We're going to throw all of these bad boys out. And again, I'm shocked we've had these few casualties. We've had some pretty close calls. I think that was the closest. Let's hope it stays that way for a while. And yeah, I hope we can, knock on wood, end out episode 1 pretty peacefully. And I think this would be a great way if we can get to level 5 as well. Would love to end it off there. 373 gold, 15 SP for the mortar, 15 SP for the shock trooper, gets him his second bar of SP. And yeah, this is the final raider for this mission. Hopefully we level up after this. Gunner, shock trooper, arsonist for SP, mortar for SP. I like this formation. Okay, let's run it. Oh, I don't like that. I wish we got more damage there. Ugh. Gunner, we don't need that. We don't need that. Okay, we'll risk it, but we're probably not going to take these many risks. Like, this is episode 2. We're having fun. Nobody's died yet. It's kind of an unsung rule. You play it risky until your first death in the Nuzlocke, just because you're having fun, you know? Like, heaven forbid, you know, you have some fun with, you know, your friends. But all jokes aside, I should retreat here. We're doing it live. One shot him, please. Thank you, okay? Alright, chill. No! What was I doing? I was being silly. Okay. Why couldn't it have been a trooper? Why did it have to be a gunner? That is devastating. At least it wasn't a shock trooper. At least it wasn't a mortar team. Could have been worse, but that is our first casualty. That is a bit hard and upsetting to have to deal with. Is what it is, though, gentlemen. We take it in stride. We kill this boom boom and slaughter these raiders for what they did for us. The game claims victory. It sure doesn't feel like it. We get 402 gold and our very first casualty of the run. A gunner troop dies in battle. Heartbreaking. When he was only half the battle. I don't even feel like we got that half. 9 SP across the board, except for our gunner who got 7 because he died in battle. And the game may say we have 0 available, 1 in the hospital. We have 0 available, 0 in the hospital. He's dead. Nicely done, sir. It didn't feel like it, Ramsey. Remember, anytime you need some extra gold or wood or whatever, try taking out some raiders. There's a good chance they'll be carrying something worthwhile. Plus, it's just fun to shoot those guys. I knew you said that this mission. I knew I wasn't insane. Renewable raiders, mission complete. We get 50 XP. And I wish I could say it with a bit more of a smile and pep in my step, but again, it just hurts to see the first death of the mission, of not even of the mission, not of the even of the episode, of the series. Yeah, we're gonna have to start playing serious. Let's drop all jokes about the, not retreating rule. I'm gonna have to play it serious. Retreat if I get bad RNG. Just stuff like that. I was being way too silly. Zoe builds the worst house. I know it was about Hoovel, so go ahead and open this. We really need to upgrade the city tent going on. I've been in the service too long to be waking up with backaches. I don't think you're sleeping in that tent, dude. Wait, are you saying you need a house? I can do that. I've never built one before. This will be fun. Housing has its own category in the build menu. Already ahead of you, Zoe. Yeah, and then she goes, we will have lots of room for the workers. They're in the housing category for the build menu. Again, already ahead of you, girl. Appreciate it, though. Explosions, man. Sir, I know we just skipped out on the bare bones since we're kind of just looking for rocks or whatever. I was told we're surveying for key resources to develop a new super weapon that will destroy the rebels once and for all. But sure, we can call it looking for rocks. Anyhow, now that it turns out there's things that we can't really lonely expect, maybe we ought to train some grenaders. Sure, why not? It'll keep us busy until reinforcements arrive. Alright, we'll go ahead and do that. Only unfortunate problem is our barracks is upgrading. It's going to be 3 minutes, 37 seconds, but our tool shop is also almost up, so we're looking forward to that. We'll keep going through these missions, strong to the finish. Thanks for the ride, folks. I don't suppose you got any food up here for a fellow Imperial citizen? Seriously, pal. This isn't a soup kitchen. We got troops to feed. Oh, I can pay. In fact, I'd be happy to give you enough nanopods to get the gem dog quickly enough. Do you say nanopods? Of course the Empire would be happy to share its produce with you. I'll even see to it that these nanopods get turned into the proper authorities. Me! We should use the nanopods to hurry the guys, Leafy Greens. Gonna have to disagree with you there, Morgan. Gonna have to outrank you and disagree. We're gonna save the nanopods, pocket those bad boys, and let the Leafy Greens come naturally on their own. And we aren't technically population maxing because we are losing one, but once we level up to 5, we'll be in a better position. And Leafy Greens is the same thing. Now then, we need to claim something. How about cabbage? I've always saw myself as, and my grandfather has a phenomenal shikshili recipe. Of course, the shikshba, I need apple cider. And I suppose we could what, Floyd? Plant 1 cabbage? Yes, sir, you already know. And right over here, it appears we already slapped down the Buddha hand, so we will unfortunately need 1 housing from somewhere. How do we get it? In a pinch? This is already level 1, it's only producing 10 stone. That's not really a lot. We can get that basically from a raid. We'll turn that off and get what we really need, which is another farm. We'll go ahead, slap this bad boy down, and slap down some cabbage as soon as it pops up. A little tip from your old friend, the Emperor. There we go, baby! And that's how we end off an episode. Level 5, feeling alive. We get 10 nanopods, 175 gold. We unlock the Imperial Dragoon, the Bakery, the Bunker, the Repair Bay. Too bad it's not going to be helpful. The Advanced Repair Bay? Yep. The Joshua Tree, Ramsey's Glory, the Chestnut Tree, the Battle Flag, and Dirty Road. Hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your husbands too. That meme is so dead, Morgan, but when you said it, I remember laughing. I remember laughing when I first heard this one. Level 5, feeling alive. Yay, indeed. And Floyd says, ha, wonderful. Now I think perhaps we should build a kitchen or something first. Green Acres, 350 XP, mission complete. And Floyd says, "Oh well, we'll sort out the kitchen question out later." Guys, what a great episode! What an episode 2! This has got me pumped for the series. I'm sorry for the guy we lost. Again, at least he wasn't a premium unit. Knock on wood. That's what I am looking forward to. He wasn't a premium unit. We can build that next episode. Give us something to look forward to. Upgrading this, looking good. Heck, I'll go ahead and try to upgrade something as well. If not him, at least freaking stone quartz. Yeah, I can upgrade that. 3 seconds. I'll wait till the 5 one. Get something better. Do on camera. And yeah, guys. Well, I'll do the outro while we wait for that. Thank you very much for watching this episode 2 in the Nuzlocke Battle Nation series. I greatly appreciate you. If you enjoyed today's episode, please consider dropping a like down below and a comment. Thoughts, suggestions, questions on the series. As long as it's respectful and somewhat Battle Nations related, anything goes in the comments down below. Again, as long as it's just somewhat related to Battle Nations, even if it's another game, just relate it back to Battle Nations. As long as it's respectful to all people and everybody else around you in the comment section, anything goes down there below. And yeah, of course, if you're new here, you need a guild, you're more than welcome to join the Empire. Also linked in the description down below. And yeah, I think that's about everything I can plug in the outro. And again, I appreciate you guys so much for watching this video all the way through. Thank you very much for watching. And as always, have a great rest of your day. 5 minutes is better than no minutes, baby. And we are looking good, gentlemen. Looking good. Have a great night. Or at least I'm about to have a good night.